Honestly, the last time I saw this many boats going down a river in an epic scene like this, it was in Lord of the Rings, and then Sean Bean died. True story. Now, just like Sean Bean will always die in every good movie he's in, rest in peace, King, even though he's not really dead in real life, Feuerschwanz will make an epic song and a video to match. Now, I have a special treat for you. This is their cover of Miracle of Sound's Valhalla Calling, and it's a little bit amped up, okay? Now, we're going to check this out, and I want us to pay attention to it, because it's going to be epic because it's Feuerschwanz. By the way, new album, May 3rd, coming out. And I'm going to have questions. I'm going to have questions about this one. And there's only one person that I know that I could ask questions to about the album, the almost completely sold out tour, the plans for the summer festival season, what kind of hat he's going to be wearing today. I got to talk to Hans PLATZ. So hang with me here, and then right after this reaction, we're going to talk to the man, Hans PLATZ. Are you ready? You're not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Let's go. All right. Valhalla Calling, Feuerschwanz.
Skimming barren summits of the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning. Rise and reign. Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, ravens soar on a new frontier. Songs and sagas of a fate determined. Shields and spears. Vows of favor, the thrill of plunder. Pull together for the clan and kin. Clank of hammers and the crash of thunder. Bound within.
Is this faster than the original? Like, the original is kind of like a slow funeral, kind of like Valhalla is calling into battle. I remember the one from Miracle of a Sound was just this overwhelm. This is amped. And, you know, also, I don't know if you guys noticed, I understand everything. I know, because it's in English. Okay, Rolo's rolling. I'm just saying. I mean, rolling like a Limp Bizkit song. Bad analogy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I'm sorry. Can I edit that? No? Live reaction? Okay, never mind. I guess we gotta press play. All right, so you know that Hans has those crow's feathers kind of thing on his shoulders, and there's a raven. Mystical. Sorry. I want to back this up because Hans is always known for his epic guitar phrasing. But to go off, like just to go off on just a straight up solo, he doesn't get to do it that often because of the nature of a lot of the music he does. But this is like metal solo, like power metal solo. So I mean, between the Highlander song, which is my favorite thing so far from the album, and the fact that when I looked up some of the information about the album that's coming, I get an English version of Memento Mori, which is one of my favorite Feuerschwanz songs is Memento Mori. And to get an English version of that, I thought that would be the pinnacle of my hypeness on this album. And then this, power metal from Feuerschwanz. Who would have thought? I mean, I didn't think that. Did you think that? No, you didn't think that. All right. Speaking of things that nobody thought, I have to have a conversation. But I'm not ready. I mean, I have options. I mean, I could wear this hat, but what if he's wearing his? His is better. Could wear this. No. I have an idea. I'll be right back. All right. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can't talk to this man with just my hair. It's not cool enough. All right. I've got my hat. I guess it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, Hans PLATZ. Hey, everybody. Guess who I found wearing a hat? I mean, yeah. You know, before I even press record, I told you that hat was false advertising. That's a lie. You're very cool, sir.
I love those hats. I have like 5 or 6 of them.
You do. I enjoy your hat styling so much that I put mine on. So
wow.
I'm trying.
You should wear more hats, actually.
So you don't like my hair? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think people with beards should wear hats, I think.
You know, I've heard that before. It's something about the shape of the head.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, good. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, so let's talk about what you're here to talk about. Okay, that video that I just watched, that was insane. That was amazing. What a party. What a party. Almost makes me want to die in battle, gotta be honest. Maybe not. But what a celebration. You did comment you actually kind of gave us a little bit of a, hey, watch this guitar part. And it was pretty epic, not gonna lie. So was it one of your favorite guitar portions for this new album?
Yeah, it was one of my favorite guitar solos, actually, because musically, I'm picking up the main melody, actually, like the bagpipe melody, and took the rhythm of that theme and exchanged the notes, like easy speaking, like basically speaking.
Yeah.
So it sounds a bit familiar if you're listening to it for the first time, but still different. So there's some idea behind it.
How do you say it? It follows the composition, but it has a unique arrangement to where
Yeah, you can.
it
Yeah.
complements the melody while still being something that could be considered a solo. Look at me, I have a hat and I'm excellent at guitar kind of look.
Yeah.
It's true. The two greatest guys with gray in their beards playing guitar ever that I've seen on screen are you, and of course, a certain person that has long since passed, George Carlin, the comedian, when he played Rufus in Bill and Ted's Journey, and they handed him the guitar, and they're like, "Can you play?" He goes, "I play a little," and then he just. That's actually Steve Vai playing that.
All right. Yeah,
And everyone's like, no, George Carlin, but you can, which is amazing. You do actually play. We've seen it.
Sometimes people with beard can even play guitar.
Yeah. And Zach Wild's like, yeah, it's
Right.
it's exactly what I do. Okay, so let's talk about first off, what are you doing right now? I mean, aren't you guys getting ready or cranked up for a bunch of stuff?
Right now, we are actually trying to relax because we came home from a week on the road, and we started with rehearsals, and then we went right into our tour bus and started the tour, which is going amazing. We've been 2 shows in Hamburg, 1 show in Berlin, and 1 in Dresden, and all of them sold out, and almost the whole tour is sold out. I think there are just tickets for 2 shows left, I think, and it's absolutely mind-boggling crazy.
Yeah, most bands have to release an album, let the album get traction, and then try to sell tickets for their tour. You guys are almost sold out complete tour, and the album doesn't come out until after the tour is over, just in time for festival season.
Right.
So
Well, literally, it's a tour for the last album, for the Fegefeuer album, which came out last summer. So we are promoting. Well, it's a Fegefeuer tour, but we decided let's release another album during the tour. Why not? So yeah.
but you have the best reason to do it. 20 years. 20 years. Wow.
That's great.
Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't ask about my age.
I'm not, because we're both the same age and we're both young guys. This is all fake. We do this on purpose,
Absolutely.
everyone. This is actually some paint we put in here to make us look older than we really are.
Right. You're right. Exactly.
If age is how you feel, I'm going to be pretty much young forever. All right.
Yeah. I agree.
So when do you guys go back out on the road?
Yes. When? On Wednesday. Wednesday night, we enter the tour bus, and then it's going to Saarbrücken, then to Erfurt, and then 2 times Munich. 2
Wow.
shows in Munich.
That's incredible.
And then we came back home, and then we start driving again. That's something typically if you tour in German, and if you live in Germany,
Yeah.
that you on Sundays or Mondays you go back home, and then you start driving again on Wednesdays, because everything can be reached within a day within Germany. And Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday aren't the best days to play shows. So these are usually left out, and you do the Wednesday to Sunday touring usually.
Not only bands from Europe, but also bands from America, when they tour Europe, that's their number one. It's the crowds. The European crowds are just so personal. But their second favorite thing is the fact that you can get anywhere with a very short drive. Whereas here, you can't do anything without spending a day on the road, which is probably the hardest part about touring in America. So you have, the album comes out May the 3rd, correct?
Right.
I want to talk about Warriors, because this
It's
is
one day after my birthday, by the way.
and you're turning what, 29?
Yeah, exactly.
You're almost to
Good guess.
30. I'm turning 29 this year too.
Oh, amazing! That's crazy.
I turned 29 in October. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. One day we'll get up there, but we're still, yeah. So May 3rd, happy birthday to you and this album. I'm looking at the album cover, and you gave sharp objects to everybody. Everyone has bows and swords and weapons of all types, even people I'm not sure they should have sharp items. You have a wizard's staff.
Right.
And a crow flying above in front of your hat like a dark wizard. Now, some people see that those shoulder pads you have that looks like raven's feathers off of your outfit that you wear that I've
Maybe.
seen. And I've always thought that was very interesting that you went with more of a sorcerer wizard vibe, and everyone else went with basic fighting instruments, melee type weapons.
Yeah.
So that's the album cover. What makes this album so special? People have said this is a special album. Can you tell everyone that's watching this why it's really special?
Well, first of all, coming back to the cover,
Oh,
you mentioned,
more cover stuff.
It's actually really the style we're trying to create. And if you think about a computer game dungeon group,
Yeah.
role-playing group,
Mhm.
I'm the wizard there. And if you look close to the wizard stuff, it's a very iconic stuff.
Oh.
So you should look close again.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my ugly head out of the way. And I'm looking at I'm actually going to zoom in just to what you're talking about, because I want to. This is something special that apparently nobody knows but you. So
I can show you it because it's right there.
Okay. I'm zoomed in on you, and I'm looking at the wizard staff. I see a crystal. I see a very handsome man in a leather top hat. What else am I missing? Oh, the crystal.
It's Gandalf's stuff, actually. Gandalf.
Oh, but you could, okay, because the way you have it angled, you don't see the. Oh, so now you're Ian McClellan.
I'm such a nerd, you know. Just put it away.
Yeah, you just told me that you're such a nerd, and I literally have Legos and Transformer toys on my wall. So, I mean, takes one to know one, brother. Okay, so you are.
So speaking about the album, yes, you were asking about the album. Why the album is special? Well, it's our first album in the English language, and it's for the 20th anniversary. We thought we should do something special, something different, and yeah, our last full original album was coming out last summer, so we couldn't do another full album like 9 months later with just new songs. So we decided to take our old songs and translate them, more or less, translate them to the English language. And we're super curious to see how it turns out, how you native speakers and non-German speakers are going to like it or not.
Honestly, I loved it in German.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I tell people that. Okay, let's talk about some German bands that are known for singing in German, but still being popular in the United States. I would rather just listen to Rammstein, watch a Rammstein video with no subtitles and not knowing what it is. There's something about the German language when it tells stories. It has an emotion in the language itself. You can watch. When I watched when I watch any of these bands, even whether it be Feuerschwanz or any of these bands, when they do a song that's in German, there's something about the German language that for some reason there's no nuance. It is the emotion of the storyteller, and it's just there. And you don't even have to really know the words to know what they're feeling, and you can feel it too. So sometimes I'll go back and read lyrics, but I love it in the native German. I think it's a great storytelling language.
Yeah. Well, I mean, English and the German language are very related, actually. They have the same roots. Back then, when the Saxons went to England, they brought the language and stuff. So there's lots of German influence in the English language. And
only the good words, though. Only the good words. Okay. All the bad words came from France. Let's just be honest. I'm French. I can say that. I can make fun of my own people.
Oh, you're French? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
But we won't change to English. It's just a one-time thing to have this anniversary album in English, but in the future, our main language still will remain English. Will remain German.
Well, you can always.
But I agree. It's a different. The language has a different vibe, and you sing differently because it sounds different, and everything is. You can say different things, which might sound silly when you say it in German. It makes a lot of sense in English and vice versa. So it was or is an exciting experiment actually for us, even from an artistic side, from
Yeah.
an artistic point of view, just to switch the language and to see what can you do with all the songs which originally have been written in German. How will those songs sound when you translate them to English?
Because the enunciations are different, so melodically, will it flow? Lyrically, the flow is different.
Right, and what you're saying, the melodies becoming different because of the pronunciation, and I don't know why, but it's super interesting, I think. And sometimes some things didn't work, which we didn't do, because Schubsetanz, for example, the song that was impossible to translate or to get a similar meaning, because even the German word was made up. So that song was skipped, but other songs did turn out quite well, actually, I think.
You're concerned as to whether some of us who love the originals are going to love the English versions. The fact that there's an English version of Memento Mori, that is one of my favorite Feuerschwanz songs. Period.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that one always hit different. Because it was one of the first songs that I did a reaction to that I actually saw. I mean, other than Ding, but Ding was just a party. It was a party. The Melissa and the Mew Mews and all the ladies came in and put you guys in your places. That was the fun of it. But Memento Mori, just the story and following the video and loving the song in German was one thing. I'm really looking forward to hearing that one in English. And of course, Valhalla Calling is amazing. That was an amazing cover. Now, you guys have really done kind of a double creative process. Some songs on albums are covers of amazing songs, and then some songs are complete originals. I like them both. Is it weird that most of the songs on Warriors are redos of ones, so you're kind of doing a cover of yourself?
In a way, it's a cover of ourselves, right? But it mainly was a task for the singers, because the music stayed the same. So we took the original recordings and they exchanged the lyrics, and then it got mixed again. But for Valhalla Calling, it's a song which has been covered a lot already, all kinds of different versions. Yeah. So at the beginning, we were thinking about how should we do it? How can we do it? And then Ben came up with the idea to speed it up, actually, to make a power metal tune out of it, because otherwise it wouldn't have made sense to play another slow version of that song, because there's so many metal versions out there already. But speeding it up was the main selling point for us, that we said, yes, let's do it.
The phrase and the story of Memento Mori spans multiple languages, multiple cultures. It's a concept that goes very global. I mean, that story, that semblance of life, death, eventually no one defeats time, no one defeats death, and seizing the day. Those different aspects of that song, I'm looking forward to. You say Ben came up with the idea to speed it up. That just makes me even more excited, because I enjoy
I was talking about Valhalla Calling.
Oh, Valhalla Calling, to speed that one up. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of almost like a dirge, like a funeral, and then to go faster makes sense. Okay. But so Memento Mori is going to stay kind of the same beat, the same tempo.
Yes.
Because that one was already fast. That's, the dun, 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 dun. I'm like, you can't go faster than that.
No.
Not without somebody playing the bagpipes and passing out. Okay. Speaking of songs and people bringing different things to the album, there are some special guests in this album. You've got an Italian dwarf. There's a woman that plays a pirate hurdy-gurdy that's well known. There's a couple of people that may be lords of places that are lost. There's a guy with 2 O's. So explain to me why the guests, and why the guests, these specific guests. And I mean, you have such an ensemble already. What are some of the reasons why we have so many of these guests, and what do they bring to the table for this one?
Well, it's always nice to collaborate with friends and people you already know, like Chris from Lord of the Lost is someone which we were following each other's path for a really long time. It's the same with Patty Gurdy. She already did something with D'Artagnan and in the past for our online show during the lockdowns, and we know her for a very long time. And yeah, from Windrose, the singer, for Wardwolf, in a way we thought it makes sense. I don't know why, just from the title. Yeah.
Well,
sometimes you have just silly ideas, and then yeah, let's try and let's do it.
let's bring the Italian dwarf in. He'll dig a hole, and Hauptmann will jump into it.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, but there's such a dynamic style. It's funny because all of the people that you bring forth, all in a way, have something that can relate them to Feuerschwanz. You don't talk about Windrose. Windrose can play in the same venue at the same concert as Feuerschwanz, and the whole audience is in. Even though it's Italian and German, it's storytelling, it's warriors, it's celebration, it's passion, it's all those things. Patty Gurdy brings the folk music. You've got the outlandish power of Chris and his stuff with Lord of the Lost, and there's many dynamics that can kind of mimic some of the different aspects of Feuerschwanz. So I think that's going to be interesting to see. So the album comes out. Some of the songs we've already checked out. I really enjoyed Highlander. And the reason why I love Highlander, that song that you guys did, and I mentioned it in my reaction, was Highlander has one of the most epic soundtracks of any movie ever because it was Queen. I mean, come on. It's Queen. Yeah. I mean, Queen only did really 2 soundtracks, Highlander and Flash Gordon. Both of them.
Oh, right.
That makes those movies. I mean, I would literally go watch those movies for the Queen soundtrack because, let's be honest, both movies are fairly kind of 80s, 70s kind of. It's kind of fakey, kind of weird now. Yeah, it's kind of silly now. But there was never a song called Highlander. Like Queen was singing about all these things, but you can't get those guys to stick to one thing. It's Queen. But the fact that you guys actually did a song to focus on the story of Highlander, I thought it was amazing. Is there a particular song other than this one we just did, Valhalla Calling, that really resonates to you in a certain way on this album?
Oh, I'm still a big fan about das 11. Gebot, the 11th Forgotten Commandment, because of the message, because it's a very positive message actually, and that's a song which I really like. Yeah, to celebrate life as long as you can, as if it's the last day, you know.
We're almost like, okay, we're gonna do that one, and then we're gonna do. Is that one right before or right after Memento Mori? Because that's some heavy subject matter. Those two things.
It's basically Memento Mori. In a way, it's the continuation of das 11. Gebot.
Yeah,
the 11th. The Forgotten Commandment was first, and then came Memento Mori, and it's basically part 2, in a way.
I'm loving that. So you have, and we've already seen the Bastard of Asgard, which people picked on me a lot when I did the reaction, and the guest vocalist on Bastard of Asgard is Fabian, correct?
Yes.
And that was an amazing, beautiful song. You guys have a really good track record of when you bring in guest collaborators and friends, some really amazingly talented people. And that's something you guys have always been able to do. It's like, wow, they really get the best.
Wait for the next album. We're already planning stuff for the next full original album and talking to guests.
He's a sneaky sorcerer. He's a sneaky wizard over here. You can see him right now. He's got his wheels turning. He's laughing. Okay, so album comes out May the 3rd. Happy birthday, by the way, when it comes out.
Thank you.
And of course, I already pre-ordered my vinyl. It goes right there. We're going to leave that open for now. Yeah, it's going to go right there. I think it's going to look good there.
Yeah.
My question,
good company.
Right? So my question is this. This is my final question. You guys are doing this tour. Album's going to come out. Have y'all, I'm sure you guys probably talk months and months and months in advance. What does the summer festival schedule look like? Are you guys already like lining up, or how are y'all going to approach that this year?
Be amazing. Summer festivals will be amazing. I mean, we will play Wacken, we play Summer Breeze, by Nova Rock in Austria, Greenfield, and we will be the first time to Portugal on a summer festival, to Belgium 2 times for the first time.
The one in Belgium, is that Pink Pop or Grass Pop?
I don't have the names right now, actually. It's not Grass Pop.
So it might be Pink Pop in Belgium. I've been to one of them in 2016, but that was the first one I ever went to, and it was before I really started getting into metal music, and I was kind of lost. So now it's like my wife and I, and thank you for wishing us well on our wedding, we are going to Europe in June. However, we're going to Italy and Greece for our honeymoon. So I've been told you can't just run off to Germany and go to a music festival. I have to stay with her. Because I'm pretty sure I'd get in trouble.
It's Alcatraz Festival in Belgium.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's going to be amazing. That's awesome. Yeah. So, I really.
You have your honeymoon in Europe, in Greece, so you have to visit some festivals in Europe.
Yeah. Well, that's the plan. Is we're going to go to Rome a couple days early, and then we're gonna do our travels through Naples, and then we're gonna go to Mykonos and Crete and Santorini. We're doing all of those things, but our project for next year, since we don't have a honeymoon to deal with, is to go to Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and then to northern Germany and into Belgium. Do that northern European run and try to do it in that time where we can catch a festival, because my goal is to find out where certain bands are going to be, to line up as many in one spot to where we can hit them. And one of those bands is they're from Germany. They do medieval folk metal. Starts with an F. They're actually on the list too, but no, I think it's something to do with fire or something. But yeah, pretty sure right. They've got a guitarist with a hat. Yeah, so that's one of our goals, because there's a list of bands that I really want to see soon, and of course, Feuerschwanz is of course one of those bands.
Super cool.
So is there? We would love, yeah. So okay, it's the amazing Hans PLATZ. He's told us what we need to know about the album. Things that are coming, very exciting. Have a wonderful rest of your tour. Congratulations on your birthday, turning 29. That's awesome. The new album on the 3rd of May, and then summer festival season. Good luck with all that. Of course, good health, good travels, good friends, because you do have some of the best friends. Is there anything that you want to tell Feuerschwanz, the whole community of Feuerschwanz? Because they are global now. You can't say you're just a local German band. You've got fans everywhere. Is there anything you want to tell them before you go?
Well, you already said so. We have our 20 years Feuerschwanz celebration this year. And we will celebrate in Essen in the Grugerhalle in December. And it will be the biggest indoor show we ever did. It has 7,000 people fit in there. Ooh. And we have Illumishade, the other band from Fabienne, and the Apokalyptische Reiter, and we will have some other guests playing with us on stage. Yeah,
people.
It will be a super epic, great festival celebrating our anniversary. So
here's
invited and come over.
That sounds amazing. How hard would it be to put some cameras in there to make this a video?
I don't know if that will be possible. I don't know.
Because that's a lot of people's thing, is if you can't get to Germany or to Europe to see Feuerschwanz, we're always catching those live concert videos that you guys have put out in the past. It's just, you guys, people don't realize, if you think they're theatrical and amazing in a video, they bring the fun to stage. And I think, other than Rammstein, who uses more fire than you guys? I mean, not fire jets, just actual fire performers. I mean, it's pretty epic.
We're trying to catch up.
Every time we do, we show up to town, there's no more propane. Right. They used it all, and we have to just do the fire fans. Hans PLATZ, thank you so much. I think this is our 3rd conversation.
Awesome.
I mean,
it's going to be a habit.
if we keep meeting like this, people are going to start talking.
Yeah. Cool. So the next one is waiting, I think.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's coming. We're going to do some more stuff that people are going to go, really? And we're going to be like, yes, we did. We absolutely did. Thank you so much. I appreciate thank you for bringing the music you do and for everything that you do for all of us out here. And you're so gracious and you're such a lovable person. And every time I meet someone that knows you, they're like, oh, Hans is the best. And I'm like, really? And then Melissa says, no, Ginny's better. But that's a joke. That's a joke. That's not true. She didn't say that. That was a joke.
Right. She's right.
Ginny is amazing. All right, everybody. Hans PLATZ. All right,
Thank
dude.
you.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.